Hello everyone, my name is Pankaj Kumar Varman. I hope you all are doing well. I am a student of MSc Computer Science and Machine Intelligence at Ramakrishna Mission Vidyamandira. On behalf of our departmental student colloquium activity, I am going to start a lecture series. The name of my lecture series is Introduction to Hands-on Data Manipulation with Python. In this lecture series, I am going to cover Python fundamentals. In the Python fundamentals, I am going to cover basic at the day 1 and then collections at the day 2. And then I am going to cover scientific computing. And in the scientific computing, I am going to cover NumPy, Pandas and EDA, which is exploratory data analysis. In the NumPy section, I am going to cover introduction to NumPy, plotting and applied linear algebra basics. And in the pandas section, I'm going to cover introduction, basic functionality, the index, storage formats, cleaning the data, how you can clean the data. This is very important and you have to know about that. Then reshaping, merge, group by, time series and intermediate plotting using pandas. And at last, what I said is exploratory data analysis. So now let's begin with today's lecture, which is basics Python programming. Before I start the lecture, I am assuming that you have installed Anaconda Navigator and an open Jupyter notebook along with me so that you can code along with me. And after the completion of this lecture, I am going to upload the IPNB Python file to my GitHub repository and going to give the link description below so that you can access the code easily. So let's start introduction to hands-on data manipulation with Python. So first of all, we are very much interested who was the creator of Python. So the name of the creator of Python is Guido van Rossum. He is a Dutch programmer, basically known as the creator of the Python. Here you can see a picture of him. So why Python? Among the hundred of programming languages to choose from, we choose to teach you Python because there are multiple reasons behind that. Multiple reasons behind that, right? The reasons are easy to learn and implement, and it is a very it's and a readability in mind, and it has the excellent community support, and it is a general purpose language. You can use Python in multiple areas like data visualization, data cleaning, financial modeling. There are a whole lot of things you can do with Python, and it's a very suitable for in the area of scientific computing. Here's the logo of Python. You are aware about that, and we're going to code. We are going to implement all the code in the environment of Jupyter Notebook. So why Jupyter Notebook? Jupyter Notebook. Uh, we are selecting Jupyter Notebook. There is multiple reason. You can Jupyter Notebook is very useful, and the Jupyter Notebook is an open source web application that allows data scientists or statisticians to create and share documents that integrate live code, equations, computational output, visualizations, and multiple resources you can put in the Jupyter Notebook environment. And you can use Jupyter Notebook for all sort of data science tasks, including data cleaning, data transformation, numeric analysis, exploratory data analysis, data visualization, statistical modeling. There's a whole lot of things you can do with the Python with the Jupyter Notebook. So here is a Jupyter Notebook cell. So as an example, this cell can be used as a coding cell. Like if you want to print simple hello world, just write print and hello world. Make it a small letter, a print print hello world, and just give the string HELLOWORLD, and you can see this cell can be this cell can be used as a code. Now 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 create a cell below, and now just write a heading. Suppose I want to head like that, welcome, welcome Python, pyth on Python, welcome Python. So now if I want to take this cell as a heading, now in a keyboard combination is escape 1, and this becomes a heading. Suppose now you want another cell, and now I want to convert is a convert like just I say I want to make this a row converter. Suppose put some value like welcome WEL welcome to my class CLA. Now if you want to put it as a row converter, just here just mark down. If you want to just mark down and a row NB convert, just put it it's converted to a row. Now there are a whole lot of things you can do with a Jupyter notebook cell. Now the outcome of this first lecture is you're going to understand the basic concept of programming, Python programming, and numbers in Python, text in Python, and true and false on booleans in Python. And outline is first steps: function, object and types, string methods, numbers, boolean, and negatives. Let's get started. First steps we want to know about the variable. Variable, the first thing we will learn in this idea of variable assignment. Suppose I am declaring a variable x and we are going to store the string hello world. Now execute the cell, just shift plus enter, and it will going to execute the cell. And now see what happened here. The x stores the value hello world. So this is a basic operation. Suppose you are declared a variable which is y, and you haven't assigned anything, and you just want to run the cell, and it shows an error. So it shows the name y is not defined. So it's a name error. So if anytime you want to declare any variable, just assign something. So here you can see it is also useful to understand the order in which the operations happen. First, the right side of the equal sign is computed. Here why there is no right side. Then the computed value is stored at the variable to the left of the equal sign. So there, so here we can we are here we did not assign a variable. That is why it shows a name error. It's very simple. Now here you can see I stored 77 at the variable in the variable x, and then print the x, and next the same x print next stores the welcome to Python and the print x. Now see the output here it is. This is very simple. Now comment. The symbol hash used for commenting in the Python programming languages. Here you can see I I make this comment using the hash symbol. Just as usual, you can see functions. Functions in Python are very important. So here is the print function. The print function stores the value welcome to Python. Suppose you want to create a function, like to create a function in Python, you have to start with a def and then the function. Suppose the name of the function is the name of our function is fun, and we want to pass a parameter. Suppose let's the parameter is a, and then you have to put a colon, and this is very important. The space in Python is very important. Suppose now you want to print the value of the a. Now just print print the value of a. Now execute. Yes, it's pretty good. Now if we want to pass the value of that function, just simply write the function name and pass the argument or the value. Suppose I want to pass the value 7 and just print the value. You can see the value is printed as it is. We declare the function print. So now getting help. Suppose you use getting help. How can get help in the Jupyter notebook environment? Suppose just write the print function and put a question mark after that and shift enter. Here you can the help option is available for you. And you can the print can take the several parameters like value, separator, int equal to the slash n file. This a whole lot of things you can pass as an argument in the print function. Suppose you want to know about the len function, so just write len and put a question mark. Just write a len and put a question mark and shift and enter to run the cell. And you can see the you can see the characteristics of the len function. You will learn much more about the function, including more thing in upcoming lectures. and object and types. Everything, first of all, I want to make clear that everything in Python is an object. Object object are things that contain data and function that can operate on that data. So here x stores value something which is stored in previous. Welcome to Python. Now the split function, what it does is split the whole string in three several parts. Now see what. Now this the split function take the whole string and split it down into three parts. Now type function. Now let's understand the type function. Type function gives us the type of the variable. Type of the variable. So suppose we want to uh, declare x and put some value like 6.888. Now shift enter. Now insert a cell below and print the type of x. Type of x. Now see what it shows is float. Yes, the type of x is float. Now here is a type of 3, nothing but is an integer. Yes, very clear. And type of hello world is string. And this is very important. This is nothing but a list declaration. This is list, and this is nothing but a float. So string, we can string methods. You can use many methods to manipulate with strings. We'll not be able to cover all of them here, but we can explore some of them. Suppose x takes value of string is rkmvn and execute the cell. And we are going to interested to know about the what is the type of x. So print the type, write type function and print the value x, and this is a string. If you want to mm, make this hold the string as a uppercase, just x dot upper function. And for loading the string x is lower is now we are interested to count the how many times r occurs in the string. So simply put x dot count. Now here I declared a variable t and put more a's here. All right, and now we are interested to know how many times a occurs in that string. Just assign the string to a variable t and perform the operation t dot count and pass the parameter a. Suppose we want to interested in to know how many times b occurs, just t and that count and put the variable put the value b, and you can see the 7 times b occurs in that string. String operation. String operation is more likely to operations we are performing in integers numbers. And the same thing you can perform in string, but there is some restrictions also in a string operations. Suppose you assign value hello world to the variable x and hello to the variable x and world to the variable y. Now run this code, and if you want to add two string, just perform x plus y. You can see the two strings are added without any separator, without any space. Now if you want to multiple three into x, that is print the hello world in 3 times without any space. Suppose here a small a is a variable which stores a string value 1 and b stores the string value 2. And if you want to multiply the two string, that is not possible, right? We simply cannot multiply two string. Suppose you want to subtract two string, that is also not possible, because we cannot perform a subtraction operation between two strings. Same goes on the divide operation. We cannot perform a divide operation on two string. Here you can see the type error. Right, now let's understand the numbers. Python has two type of numbers. One is integer and one is float. Integer is nothing but minus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are the numbers we know them as an integer. Now floating point. Think this as any real number such as 1.1.0, 3.145, and lots of things. Any real numbers it can be defined as a floating point number. So You can see the numbers are separated by underscore. This is the type of f is integer because we pass the integer value to the variable f. By default, slash operator, suppose 12 slash 2, that is nothing but a dividing operations. It gives the quotient, and it by default it goes up, gives a floating point result. If you want to make it at a integer division by using, if you want to make it as an integer division, you have to put a double slash. Now this is an integer, this is float, this gives integer. And if you want to know about the remainder, you have to apply the number and put it in modulus operator, and it modulus or percentage operator and gives the remainder. This is 237 percentage 7, and it gives the 2. 2 is nothing but a remainder. Boolean. Boolean is very important. Boolean is very important because sometimes it is very important to know about the Boolean variable. So x stores the value true and y stores the value false. Now execute, and type of x now see the type. What is the type of x? We are very much interested to know about that. So x is the type of nothing but a Boolean. Now x is a true, y is a false. And negation, how we perform negation performed using simply using a not operator, not operator. Suppose you write a not true, not true, not true. What is not true? Nothing is a false. Suppose you write a not false, if it is false, it's a true. So here we are ending. So here it is up to, guys. uh, so these are the course, and today's lecture is up to here. I think the lecture is pretty much clear clear for all of you, and I'm going to upload the lecture, the IPNF file on my GitHub repository, and I will put the link in the description below, so you don't have to worry about that. So bye. I will see you in the next lecture. Thank you for listening.